What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday to everybody here. It's December. It's Christmas time. Hold on, this car behind me. Hold on. All right. Figured get us in, run some errands today. Figured get in a little bit of some Periscope in for the day. Should be doing a podcast later on today as well too, but I want to figure get a little Periscope time for you guys in. College football playoff is set. I am satisfied with the result. I would like to have 8 teams one day. I'm okay with 4. I'm sick of the bitching from everybody else, specifically Ohio State fans on social media talking shit all day about the fact that they deserve to get in. And I had nothing to say to you guys. Because every time you come to my face and say something about Ohio State should get in, I'm going to bring up the fucking scoreboard, the scoreboard of the Purdue game from a month back. That's all I got to do. And I did this last year with you guys with the Iowa game as well too. Don't lose to Purdue by 29 points and you get in the playoff. It's just that simple. Don't want to hear about you bitching anymore about it. Okay? That you deserve more Oklahoma. They have bad defense. Yeah, bad defense, but they don't lose Purdue by 29 points. And I agree. Ohio State's a more complete team than Oklahoma. Doesn't matter. They lose Purdue by 29 points. It doesn't matter. So you can keep that shit there. Bama, of course, again, I'm concerned because if Tua doesn't play, that could be the opening they need for Oklahoma needs for that game at the Orange Bowl. Which, by the way, I am hoping to. I'm gonna try to go to that game to Miami. God, Oklahoma, Alabama. I'm so happy I got that matchup. I just want to see it. Alabama will win the game. Obviously, I have no doubt about that. I just want to see the matchup, and I got what I wanted. Thank you. Clemson at 2 is not a surprise either. They took their business. By the way, the ACC this year was by far the worst of the 5 major conferences in college football. ACC by far the worst of the 5. And I'm a Florida State fan saying that to you. Okay, so Clemson had to win out. If Clemson lost to Pittsburgh on Saturday, they would have been out of the playoff. And then they didn't get Ohio State being in there, but they went unbeaten. I hate Notre Dame, but they deserve to get in. Okay, they they don't have a conference. They didn't play a conference schedule. Conference championship this year. Okay, fine, but they took their business. And also they had a harder schedule than I would say than at least half the teams right now in the playoff. I would say they have a more competitive schedule than Ohio State or more than say UCF. Obviously, teams like that nature. So they went unbeaten. They took their business. And they beat Michigan too. Yeah. Oh, Michigan's overrated now. Yeah. But you weren't saying that until 2 weeks ago. But that's Ohio State. Just saying. So Notre Dame should get in, of course. And Oklahoma. I mean, look, the one loss they had against Texas, they avenged that loss. So, what is Ohio State fans saying right now? I don't even get it. And to me, it's almost ludicrous to even have this argument anymore. Ohio State did not deserve to get in the playoff based on the results of what happened this weekend. I'm sorry. Don't lose to Purdue by 29 points and tell me you deserve to get in the playoff. Because they have the worst loss of anybody in the top 6. I would dare say that loss is a bit worse than Georgia. If anything, Georgia might have a better case for you guys to get in. And look, I'm not saying Georgia would have gotten in Ohio State, but Georgia has a better case to get in the playoff than Ohio State based on the loss. If you take away the Alabama loss, of course, on Saturday, whose loss is worse? Georgia to LSU or Ohio State losing to Purdue? Yes, Purdue. So, again, we can sit there and bitch all day long about deserving and this not fair. Please, miss me that mess. And by the way, you guys did benefit 2 years ago off this too. Remember 2 years ago when you guys, lost to Penn State? You also, in addition to Penn State head to head, didn't even win a conference and still got in the playoff by Penn State. So please stop. Spare me the crying towels. Enough, alrighty? So I'm okay with the playoff rankings. I'm okay with it. They got it right here. I'm okay with it. So I'm just hoping I can go to the Orange Bowl. That'd be awesome. If I get tickets to the Orange Bowl, I'd be super, super nice. If anybody out there that has tickets that can somehow find a way to give me free tickets to the Orange Bowl, because I know that's gonna be a pretty penny to pay for, obviously. That'd be great. I'll be indebted into your service, whatever you call it. So, okay. Week 13 takeaways, real quick. The first big takeaway, of course, is Mike McCarthy finally getting fired yesterday. And initially, I was saying to myself, why wait? Why let him coach out the rest of the year? But honestly, I'd rather get paid leave. I'd rather get paid leave early, 1 month early. I spend the holidays with my family. We're about knowing my team sucks anyway. We're not going to the playoffs anyway. We suck. Why bother? Fire me. You're going to fire me anyway. And the Packers will go ahead and start their search early. McCarthy get another job. By the way, I think this has less to do with McCarthy not being a good coach and more to do with the fact that I just believe the Aaron Rodgers-McCarthy marriage was stale. It's just stale, you know? So, I mean, that's that. Not surprising at all. I'm more surprised at the timing. I thought the Packers would let him coach it out until week 17, and after that, take care of business. But I mean, it was inevitable anyway. He's gonna get fired, so it's not like it's a big deal. You know what I mean? So, hey, whatever. That's what it is. He'll get another job. Cleveland, maybe. I mean, that's kind of an intriguing job. Coach Baker Mayfield, a young team on the up and up. Although they lost big to Houston yesterday. Which, by the way, Houston, I still can't figure them out yet. But I think that win yesterday against Cleveland, although it is Cleveland, I'm starting to slowly buy into the Texans moving forward. I still don't know if they're as good as KC in New England this yet, but I'm slowly buying in. What do you guys think? Anybody up here that wants to give an opinion about the Texans? You guys believe the Texans can actually beat one of those two teams on the top of the AFC? They can certainly beat Pittsburgh. I'll tell you that right now. They can beat Pittsburgh. I'm not even worried about that. Pittsburgh's again, slumping now. I mean, they should have lost 3 games in a row. I mean, you count the Jacksonville game they barely eked out 3 weeks ago. They'd be on a 3-game losing streak, and all of a sudden, Baltimore, who was starting to play better football with Lamar Jackson's quarterback, they would be behind them in the playoff in the division or in AFC North. So that's a takeaway there. My Giants beating the Bears yesterday. A game the Giants did not deserve to win. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm happy they won the game, but they did not deserve to win that game. Shout out to my guy GW Gross, who a big Bears fan. I guess we hate each other all week long, and it is what it is, man. But a game the Giants should have won going away, but they did not do that. But the Bears will be okay. Not much going on really in the NFL. There really isn't anything huge. Seattle, I think Seattle's gonna be a problem. I think if there's any team, if I'm the Rams or the Saints, and if there's any team in the bottom of the playoff conundrum that I would be worried about, really, it would probably be Seattle, because the quarterback, the experience, Pete Carroll, Pete Carroll, he has his days, but he's still one hell of a coach. And what he's doing with his team is truly remarkable, and she should be in the Coach of the Year discussion. I mean, he won't win it, but he should be in the Coach of the Year discussion at least. So I don't know. That Seattle game, Seattle against San Francisco, I'm not surprised with the way they did that. I mean, Russell Wilson is an MVP candidate also too. On top of that, so not much takeaways in the NFL. To be honest with you, I don't really. I mean, everything for the most part went chalk. I guess the Chargers really is the only team I would say that you can really look at. It's like, whoa, okay, that's a big win last night against Pittsburgh. That's a big win. Not just the fact they beat the Steelers, although the Steelers are struggling now, but more the fact that the Chargers, that's a perception win. That's a game they normally lose. They win a game without Melvin Gordon too. On top of that, I mean, that's pretty incredible. So I don't know, man. That's a pretty big win in prime time against a tough team, a tough contending team in the AFC. You have to give him respect for that. I don't know anything else to take away. Nothing else. Carolina, what the hell's going on in Carolina? They're falling apart. Carolina's falling apart now, man. Makes no sense. I mean, lost 4 in a row. I mean, they were a team that were right there on my Super Bowl fringe, and all of a sudden they just fall apart. Lost 4 games in a row, and now Greg Olsen out for the year, tight end out for the year. I don't know. Sucks for the Panthers, man, and they're doing a dogfight now to get that wild card. So not really much NFL stuff to really talk about, really, in terms of big news other than McCarthy and the Chargers, and that's about it, really. Met fan of here, of course. I actually liked the Cano trade, the Robinson Cano trade from Seattle. A lot of Met fans are pissed off that they should have stayed young and build. And I'm with you on that most of the time, but this is a win now situation. I think the Mets want to win now, and I think I respect any team that wants to put their hat in the race to win a World Series. And here's the thing, also with the Mets. The reason why I think the Mets went all in with this trade too, I think, because the NL East is really wide open. The Braves are good. I'm not even going to knock the Braves, but the NL East is wide open. If Bryce Harper's leaving Washington, which we all believe he's going to leave Washington, I mean, they're out of the way. Even though they suck this year anyway, but he's out of the way. Philly's solid, but they don't scare anybody. Marlins still, they still stink. So the NL East is wide open, and I think I respect the Mets here, you know, in their front office, you know, taking a temperature of what's going on around them. If we get another bat, you know, we lose Jay Bruce, okay, whatever. You get another bat in Cano. We still got Syndergaard for now. You still got DeGrom for now. You get the best closer in baseball, Edwin Diaz, in this trade. I don't see what's there not to like about the trade. I mean, people talk about Cano being the centerpiece. I think the Diaz acquisition was actually huge. And honestly, I'm a Met fan. I'm actually respecting the fact that my front office wants to win. And they took a temperature they took a temperature of what's going on around them in the NL East, and there's no dominant team in the division. I mean, the Braves are really good, and I suspect the Braves to be really good next year too, but they're not unbeatable. You bring Cano, who's been playing pretty good for the most part, even in Seattle. You know, bring him in. You know, bring in the best closer in baseball, and Diaz. I mean, dude, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So, all in, push chips in. And do it. I'm okay with that. So good job in the Mets front office. You know, taking the temperature in the room and realizing, you know what, let's try to win now. Let's try to win a championship now. You know what? If it fails this year or next year, if they fuck up, then you know what? Then we're set. That's all. Besides, it's not our money; it's their money. Fuck, we care about their money. I mean, for years we said for the last couple of years, all the Mets are not doing enough to build a team, not doing enough to not aggressive enough in free agency, whatever. Well, there you go. Here's your question. Best closer in baseball. Cano, still pretty damn good. Just saying. So you can't have it both ways. Sorry, hate to break it to you. And to get something, you gotta give something. And to me, they didn't give a lot. Honestly, Jay Bruce, I mean, well, he's a good player, but, you know, I mean, Cano and Giroux, at the worst, they're a wash as hitters, you know. I'll take Cano all day long. So. I'm running some errands today. Wanted to get a tree today, but I think I'm going to wait till Friday to get a tree for the family. So run some errands. Might do a podcast later today with Con Ash, my student game report. Thinking about it. Gotta start working out again, man. Every morning I wake up to the kid to school, I'm always like exhausted, and I hate that because even when I get like 6-8 hours of sleep, I'm still exhausted, and I gotta get my health in order. I gotta start eating better. And this is the worst part. I'm going to decide to do this in the middle of the holidays when not only are there a lot of, like, obviously the holidays, of course, around here, but yeah, like, in this month, my family, a lot of birthdays and other things going on. And friends have birthdays in December, so it's, the timing can be worse to decide to eat better. But, you know, you got to start sometime, right? So I'm hoping to start really get back in the gym and start eating better in the house. My wife and I are going to start, like, making healthier foods and try to stop eating late. The problem is, my job, I work fairly late, so most days. So it's a bit of a challenge, but you know, hey, if you're not gonna fix the problem, it just gets worse, right? You know, make it happen. So I am about to hit my first stop on my errands, so I'm gonna go sign off here. So again, if you can't watch this show on Periscope or on Twitter, this podcast is also available on audio. It's also podcasted on audio. On Earnestly Unfiltered. You can find it on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play, and Stitcher Radio, and not Stitcher Radio, Spotify. So check it out there, of course. To be episode number 183, actually, on the archives. So, all right, I'm gonna sign off. I'll probably check it. You know what? I'll probably check it later tonight after work, after the game's over. Do like a little review of the Monday Night Football game, and also my rankings, because week 14 is approaching soon. So, love you guys. Kisses. Take care. See ya.